Howdy. I'm the old ranger, and Death Valley's my stamping ground. Many's the tale of adventure I'm going to tell you about the Death Valley country. True stories, mind you. I can vouch for that. Every town has its town bum. And this is the story of the man who enjoyed that dubious distinction in the California mining town I'm going to call Amargosia. It's the true story of Solomon in all his glory.
I was just trying to make you more comfortable, Mr. Solomon. Your head was clean off the post. I wish you'd come on over to my house and sleep on the hammock. You'd be real comfortable there.
You're a good Samaritan, Sandy, my friend. Don't worry about me. Go, sell your papers while the news is still news.
Papers ain't out yet.
Then go enjoy the pleasures of youth while you can.
I wish that Solomon Ross would go somewhere else to sleep off his liquor. I've got a good mind to throw a bucket of water on him and chase him away.
Oh, he isn't hurting anything, poor fellow.
Well, he's certainly no decoration. And no credit to the profession either. One of the best newspaper men I ever saw when he first came out here. Now look at him.
The evils of overindulgence. Say, that would make a good subject for your feature article.
I'll take care of the feature article. You just rustle up enough news to fill the rest of the paper.
I'm on my way now, Chief, to meet the stage. Maybe there'll be some interesting arrivals for a change.
Could I help you, miss?
Thank you. I'm looking for Mr. Solomon Ross. My brother. I came out from the east to visit him. A surprise. Don't tell me he's moved away.
Oh, he's still here. But he's out of town right now. Yeah, on business, but he'll be back before dark.
Oh, if you could direct me to a hotel.
My pleasure.
They said Solomon was out of town.
Yeah. Something tells me news is in the making.
It is indeed a pleasure to welcome the sister of our Mr. Ross.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I hope you'll drop in at the Bonton Haberdashery while you're here. I'm the owner.
And the Silver Dollar Restaurant. I'm the owner.
Thank you.
This way, please.
Well, where do we go from here? You boys certainly have talked yourselves into a fine spot.
But we couldn't tell her the truth, Margie, that her brother's a bum.
Boy, oh boy, she's certainly the best-looking girl that ever set foot in Amargosia.
And she'll shake the dust of Amargosia from those feet when she lays eyes on our Mr. Ross.
Then she mustn't. Until we've gone to work on him.
Huh?
Many friends of Mr. Solomon Ross are happy to welcome his sister, Miss Ann Ross of Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. Well, this is ridiculous, preposterous, trying to pass him off as a pillar of society.
All right, then don't print it. You're the only person in town who won't play the game. Henry, you really are a stinker.
All right. I'll print it. With some slight editorial additions.
All right, me sleeping beauty. Come on, time to sober up.
Oh, let go of me, let go.
All right, now, up-a-daisy now, up-a-daisy. Come on now, put it around there.
Somebody buying things
That's
for the
all
house?
right. You're all right.
What's the idea?
We're sobering you up for your sister.
My sister?
Your sister Ann.
Ann?
She's here in Amargosia.
Here? What?
Give him the works, Leo. It's on me.
Well, I appreciate all the trouble and expense you fellas are going to, but I can't figure out why you should bother.
With a girl as pretty as your sister? It's a pleasure.
So that's it.
Come on, she's waiting for you down at the hotel.
Look, I'm as nervous as a bridegroom. How about a short one? Just enough to steady me?
Oh, nary a drop as long as your sister's around. Come on.
I guess it's been at least 6 years since I've seen Saul. And he hasn't been very good at letter writing. But I suppose he's been too busy.
Yes, he's been very busy.
Here's your papers, Mr. Hardy. Hot off the press.
Thanks, Andy.
Paper, miss? Something about you in it on the front page.
Oh, I can see where you're going to be a newspaper man when you grow up.
No, ma'am. Mine an engineer. I got a big mineral collection.
Oh,
Oh, allow me.
thank you.
Thanks. I'll see ya.
It isn't very often that I make the front page. The many friends of Mr. Solomon Ross, our local Horace Greeley, and prominent man about town, are happy to welcome his sister, Miss Ann Ross of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, who arrived today to pay him a surprise visit. Oh, Saul!
Ann.
Shades of Beau Brummel. It's so wonderful to see you again.
Well, I'm sorry I was out of town when you arrived.
You're thin and worn. You've been working too hard in the paper.
Paper?
The Amargosia Record. You don't need to pretend. It's right here on the front page. Our local Horace Greeley. Horace Greeley was a newspaper editor, wasn't he?
Oh, yes, yes. He was one of the greatest.
Just as you'll be someday.
How long do you plan to stay out here, Ann?
Everybody's been so lovely to me. Maybe for quite some time.
Oh.
It serves you right, Henry, for embellishing that notice in the paper. You said he was the local Horace Greeley, not me.
All right. You want to pose as editor? Be the editor. Get the next issue out on your own. I'll have no part in it. Fall flat on your face and then explain that to your precious sister.
I'm going to tear down the old hotel and put up a new one, brick and stone. It'll be the finest building in this part of the country. You're not listening.
Oh, I was thinking about poor Solomon.
What about him?
Grubbing away in the office, getting out the paper. Well, I'm having such a lovely time.
Are you?
There's somebody coming.
Hi, Mr. Hardy. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
How's prospecting, Sandy?
Just fine. I got some swell new samples of copper and silver. Well, I'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye. He shouldn't be alone in these hills. It'll be dark pretty soon.
Well, there are no Indians around here. And no bad men. I promise you.
It has been a long time since Sol Ross has done any newspaper work, or any kind of work for that matter. And to find himself behind a desk again, faced with the necessity of getting out a paper, even a small one like the Amargosia Record, is proving tougher than he had figured. For hours, he's been struggling to write an editorial, but the thoughts just won't come. And the only thing he can think of has nothing to do with the job at hand. At last, he can stand it no longer.
But I've been on the wagon for over 24 hours now, Patty. I'm going crazy.
I'm sorry.
But I gotta get that paper out tonight, and I can't unless... One drink, Patty. Just one little drink.
Not a chance.
But it's nobody's business but my own.
'Tis everybody's business. The leading citizens of this town have all got a stake in you, Sol Ross, and I'm not going to see them lose on their investment. Now, go on back to that office and get to work. And don't go running around to any of the other bars, neither. I've given them all orders not to serve you. But... No.
Hello.
So they sent you over here to ride herd on me, huh?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I just came in to type up my social column.
At this hour? It's almost midnight.
Well, that's the newspaper life for you. How are things going?
Slow. I'm a little rusty.
It was slower than slow and far from being sure. But Sal just couldn't tell Margie he was licked.
Take a breather. I can use one, too. What's the matter, ink on my face?
No, I was just thinking. As long as I've been around this town, this is the first time I've ever really seen you.
Well, let's hope it won't be the last time. Well, back to work.
And back to work Sal went, with Margie's words, "Let's hope it won't be the last time," spurring him on.
Well, guess that does it.
Just finished my set. Here's your social column.
You've been all your time just writing this?
I'm kind of slow, too.
Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country.
Now, what's the idea of reading a girl's private correspondence?
Thanks, Margie. Thanks a lot.
By golly, Sal did all right.
All right. You did darn good.
Yeah. Hey, Henry, did you see the issue Saul put out?
Not yet. Pretty bad, huh?
You should be that bad. This is big city stuff.
Yeah, you ought to read it yourself and learn something.
But you'll have to admit, Henry, it was a good issue.
You don't have to rub it in. That's all I've been hearing all around town.
Well, in next week's issue, I thought
You're not getting out any more issues. You're through.
Through?
No, Henry.
Yes, King Solomon is abdicating.
Not yet. Let me stay on it.
Right now, this minute.
But my sister's coming to the office
Your sister's not going to find you here.
Henry, have a heart.
Are you going to get out of here, or have I got to throw you out?
Leave him
You
alone.
stay out of this.
That's the way to push her out.
Now get out of here.
Saul. Saul, where are you going?
What do you think?
Saul!
Have you looked everywhere?
Now, don't worry, Ann. He'll turn up.
But he's been gone almost 36 hours.
He could have been called out of town unexpectedly.
His things are still in his room.
Maybe he's writing somewhere and he doesn't want to be disturbed.
Sure. You know how writers are.
That wouldn't be like Saul. No, something's wrong. And if you won't go to the sheriff, I will.
What, Miss Ron?
Solomon. Oh, I knew something had happened. You're hurt. You've had an accident. Saul, you're intoxicated.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm drunk.
roaring, stinking drunk.
How could you?
Because I'm Saul Ross, the town bum.
Don't say that. That's not true.
Yes, it is. Ask them. They're the ones that picked me out of the gutter. Old Charlie here, he dressed me. Dutch here, he fed me. And Stu, he got me my room. What did you do? Oh, yes, he gave me my haircut. Big joke while it lasted. Almost fooled myself.
So, it was all a trick. A game everybody was playing, except me. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Of all the contemptible. I'll never forgive you as long as I live. And you either, Saul. Oh.
Two news items for you. Miss Ann Ross, who's been visiting Armagosha, leaves for home today on the noon stage.
And the other?
Miss Margie McMahon resigns her post on the Armagosha Record.
Margie.
I don't like working for a heel, Henry.
Look, just because I...
Because you knocked the props right out from under a fellow who was trying to make a comeback. And he would have.
Did you hear about young Sandy Peters?
Why, no.
A mine shaft caved in on him.
Oh, no.
Yep, the old Eagle Nest mine. A couple of prospectors just happened to see him as he went in. I'm rounding up volunteers and equipment to try and rescue him.
Saul, wake up. Saul, please. Saul, Sandy's been hurt.
Oh, Sandy's been hurt.
Yes, Saul. He needs help.
Oh. Who?
Sandy.
Sandy needs help.
Yes, Saul.
Help. Sandy needs help.
Is he still alive?
I don't know, but he won't last long without air.
How far down is he?
30 to 40 feet in a gallery off the main shaft.
Well, what are you digging here for? Why don't you clean the shaft out?
It's all choked up, and the shoring is so rotten we're liable to cave the whole thing in if we fool with it.
What are you going to do?
I think there's enough of an opening I can get through. I'm going down for a look.
No, Saul, you heard what that man said. The whole thing is liable to cave in.
If it does, nobody will miss me but a few bartenders.
And me.
If I get out of this, I'll ask you to repeat that.
Hey, Nate, help me with this rope.
Sandy, it's Saul. Can you hear me? Margie, take this story. Gallery block salad with fallen debris. Fate of boy still unknown. I'm attempting to get air to him. All right, lower down that air hose. And a short-handled shovel.
Coming down.
What's going on? Did they find him yet? When did it happen? How far down is he? Who are they pumping air to?
Here are the facts so far. Saul's down there giving me the story.
Saul? Down there?
Yes, Saul. Well, you've always wanted to get out an extra. You'll never have a better reason.
Yeah. Yeah, now get out hourly bulletins, too.
And Henry, make sure Saul gets the credit. Well, I thought you left on the noon stage.
I heard Saul was down there. Is there anything I can do?
Yes. Pray.
Night found the rescue work continuing at a feverish pace, with eager volunteers ready to step in and carry on as the man became exhausted. And through it all, Margie stayed at her post by the old mine shaft, keeping contact with Saul in the tunnel below.
Thanks.
Anything new?
Nothing yet.
Margie, can you hear me?
Yes, Saul, go ahead.
I tunneled through about 6 feet, but there's no changing what's ahead. I still haven't got any answer from Sandy.
Got any more?
This is the latest.
Thanks. Talk about excitement. The Associated Press picked up the story. Papers all over the country are printing it. The telegraph wires are humming. This'll really put Amargosa on the map. And the record, too. Nice reporting job.
By the time daylight came, there wasn't much hope of finding Sandy alive, but the rescue work went on without slackening.
Margie! Margie!
Yes, Saul?
I just broke through dirt. I struck a pile of caved-in timber. Sandy! Sandy, it's Saul. Can you hear me? Sandy! Sandy! Sandy, it's Saul. Can you hear me? Margie, he's alive!
Thank God.
He's behind some timber where I can't see or get to him, but he answered me.
Sandy's alive! He's alive! Sandy's alive!
Sandy, are you hurt?
I can hardly breathe.
I'm shoving the air hose through. Everything will be all right.
He's all tuckered out. He'll be all right.
Little food and rest, Sandy. You'll be out prospecting again.
From now on, I'm sticking to the newspaper business.
Good boy.
And Sal, thanks.
Hold it. This picture will appear on the front page of every paper in the country. And Sal, with the number of inquiries that have come in about you, it wouldn't surprise me if you landed behind the editor's desk of one of them. Good luck.
Oh, Saul.
By golly, that calls for drinks for everybody. On me!
Solomon in all his glory.
And that's the story of the town bum who became a hero. But more than that, became a man again.